thing. Welcome to Wednesday, the 21st of August. I feel like it's someone I know's birthday today. If you are having a birthday today, happy birthday. This is the one that flew out, so I'm going to read it. Happiness. Happiness attracts everything that you want. The shortcut to anything you want in your life is to be and feel happy now. It's the fastest way to bring money and anything else you want. Those feelings of happiness will radiate and out and attract back to you all the things that bring you happiness, which not only include an abundance of money, but everything else that you want. Oh my gosh, I am feeling like a completely different person since that full moon has passed. What a schmozzle that one was. So I hope that everything you do get today is happiness related. Hang on, I feel like there's people there and it's doing there. See, good morning, Kathy. I could feel you there. I knew you were there, even though. Good morning, Cara. Welcome back. There we go. See, I pushed some buttons. Good morning, Alicia. Yeah, there we go. I was like, I know there's people there. So yes. Oh, far out. That full moon was freaking hectic. Anyway, so back to the living, back to the real world. So the moon is currently in Pisces, and I know it's at 14 degrees because so that means it's exactly on my ascendant or just over my ascendant into my first house, and I feel renewed. So Elizabeth, if that's you, I will get back to you in a moment. Okay. All right. Okay. So now some beautiful, good morning, Deborah. There are some really actually nice things around today. So the moon is currently, like I said, at 14, and it is conjunct Saturn at 17 degrees. Saturn is retrograde, Mercury is retrograde. All right. So we have the potential to do a lot of work today, but a lot of it is us reviewing the things that have worked and implementing strategy and boundaries around we know what works. Okay, so I'm going to read the words. All right, there are some pretty obvious signs around today. You have the potential to do some great work, but you must put in the effort that requires you to connect in with a deep part of your soul or that mental landscape. Whether it's working towards a dream or adjusting your perspective on an old story that held you back, you have to know that you are completely capable to achieve your desires and goals. Do the work, achieve the results. It's that easy. Good morning, Karen. And I know it's not that easy. You know, I've been telling you guys about my, learning how to um, manage myself. All right. For the longest time, I self-medicated and I avoided because I didn't really understand where my superpowers laid, or I didn't, you know, I blah 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 blah. Anybody see that post that I last did? Anyway, this is my conversation. All right, so it's about finding your superpowers, being self-aware enough to know when you're at a peak and when you're at a slump. If you're tired, have a rest. If you're hungry, eat good food. It's about self-regulation, all right? So Saturn in Pisces is the discipline to self-regulate our internal landscape. All right. So that's why I was saying there's some pretty obvious signs around today for hopefully for yourself. I mean, this Pisces moon is lovely. All right. So now, all right, let's have a look. Okay. So this moon is opposing, all right, is conjunct Saturn at 12:30 today. All right. So up to there, we're going to be just chugging ahead. So we've got another 4 hours of just work towards. All right. If you need to, what's that word? Oh my God, put something off. If you need to postpone, that's the word I was looking for. If you need to postpone your avoidance, like if you want to go and escapism, Pisces moon, just keep postponing it. Just keep postponing it till at least after 12:30. So whether you do that work reward phase thing, all right, I'll just set a timer and do 10 minutes. Complete a page, however you work. All right. So that's at 12:30. Now at 1, the moon in Pisces is square Jupiter in Gemini. All right. So this might be where that mental tension comes in. This might be where your brain's like, okay, I postponed it long enough. Now I need my reward, because Jupiter loves rewards. It loves that good feels. All right. So you could maybe play it that way. All right, now at 4:30, the moon is opposing Venus in Virgo. Now that could look like, Venus in Virgo is being very specific. Sorry, I have this spider shed on my window, and it flaps in the breeze. So every time I look at it, I think there's a spider crawling across the window. Sorry, shiny thing. All right, so the moon in Pisces, which is just boundaryless and shiny thing. Um, but Venus is like, no, come on, here's your pen and paper. Let's analyze the data. Let's get that spreadsheet happening. Let's work to our best ability, all right? Because Venus in Virgo is the green witch. All right, she only wants what's best for you. All right, so Saturn in Pisces is like, I want what's best for you too, because we're working towards a dream, or we're working towards, an ideal, or your spiritual potential, or your purpose. So it's about countering those old beliefs. Saturn. Now, there we go. I just said Saturn, and there he is. All right, and then at 6:30 we have the moon in Pisces square Mars. Now, if you're still working towards that, what's good for me at 4:30, then I feel like I just got the feeling then that square to Mars at 6:30 might be where you're like, okay, I'm tired now. I've postponed, I've rewarded, I've done all the things. Now I get to stop. All right. I mean, or you could use that dynamic tension. I don't know, maybe you can escape in a fantasy novel, or you can go for a walk with a friend, or, think Mars in Gemini. All right. So now in the sky as well. So the sun in Leo is in conjunct. I've been talking about this one for a while. It's in conjunct that Pluto Neptune sextile. So this big collective shift that is happening towards a more authentic, spiritually inclined type of future. The sun is that point, and it's like, but are you experiencing joy? But are you having fun? Good morning, Jay. How are you? So, and the sun is also trine Hygieia. All right, so Hygieia, obviously, our mental health and well-being, our physical health, making sure, same with Venus in Virgo. Do you need to go and have some medical checkups, or alternate health practitioners? And the sun moves into Virgo on Friday. All right, so we're getting ready for that self-care, healthcare, service to ourselves and others, daily healthcare rituals type of energy anyway. So I like that the sun is now trine Hygieia, because we are moving into that space anyway. So yeah, Mercury trine Chiron, just for the overall thing, Mercury trine Chiron, Mercury retrograde is looking back to see, specifically right now, creativity, joy, um, fun, romance, children, and how that trine to Chiron is, how are we healing ourselves as individuals so that we become, the most authentic versions of ourselves, so we are brave, so we are all that we can be. So as you can sort of see, excellent, Jay. Excellent. And that's it. Is it matching? All right. So we're postponing escapism, or those shiny things, to get the work done by 12:30, to then have that 1 o'clock. Where's my reward? Square to Jupiter. And then 4:30 is like, well, what are we doing that's good for us? Hello, Catherine. How are you? Mwah, mwah. And then so yeah, so much of the vibe is moving towards the fun that we've been having and the creative endeavors to now what is good for me. How can I absolutely look after myself? All right. So, I mean, yeah, only you know what you need. Okay. So, and with even just, I'm sort of just getting stuff now. So with that Mercury Chiron, with the what has worked before, but also that Saturn in Pisces, where is that lack of self-worth that is telling you that you need to be doing other things more than looking after yourself? If you service your car regularly, you know that it's going to transport you to where you need to go. If you keep on ignoring the signs and signals that your car needs some sort of work done, then when you break down later on, it's no one's fault but your own. All right. So, I don't, again, each and every day, your physical human body needs very specific things. And with the sun in Virgo on Friday, they are going to be highlighted. So we are looking at, you might as well start looking at your diet. Even if you start doing like just a little food diary, because we often snack and just nibble and we're like, oh, it's okay, I'll just have toast. But then you don't realize that you had toast for breakfast, sandwiches for lunch, cake for for afternoon tea, and it's like all of those things. Besides being glutinous, they're also just simple carbs. They're not complex carbs. So anyway, I'm not here to lecture anyone on their diet, but start paying attention to those daily health rituals. Are you drinking enough water? Have you got your supplements, like Catherine's amazing golden drops, or like I've upped my magnesium. Yeah, just start paying attention to what your vessel is saying. So that's pretty much it, guys. I've got a busy morning, but I definitely have space if anybody wants, if anybody needs a reading. It's funny because, I've been, the last couple of weeks, I haven't been doing any social media posts because I've been feeling this hidden resistance. And now that this full moon square has gone, I'm like, oh, maybe I can do a social media post today because I feel like I'm okay to be seen. So even just stuff like that, like paying attention to what are those, inner messages that you're giving yourself that you don't even realize. So yes. Um, yeah, so my accountability group, because it wasn't on yesterday, it is on at 9:30 today. So come and join me then. I do have a meeting at 9, so there may be other people in the room, but that's okay because they're all my friends. So yeah, ladies, I will see you tomorrow when the moon moves into Aries at 9 a.m. So it's going to be a very, very different day tomorrow than today. So if you need to get your rest in and get a little bit more dreamy today, definitely the vibes for it. But still lots of potential. So, mwah, love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.